Hi everyone, this is Suprita Ashra from Computer Science Department and I'm here to present my technical seminar on the topic ACCIOUR, an accident detection and life savior system using IoT. Let's get started with our first topic, that is the introduction. We all know that in recent times, the production of automobiles are increasing day by day, and so are the numbers of vehicular accidents on the roads. There is no proper system to treat in the injured people after the accident. Keeping all this in mind, the ACCIOUR system is proposed. ACCIOUR is a complete system using Internet of Things. With the usage of sensors that the IoT technology provides, this ACCIOUR system can be created. And I called it a complete system because it helps right from the event of an accident to admitting the patient in the hospital. Now let's go further to the problem statement. We know that there are many reasons as to why accidents occur. Few reasons include rash driving, drink and drive, or drowsy driving, and so on. Eventually, many people die due to not getting the required treatment or due to non-availability of ambulance. In the worst case scenario, we also see that the ambulance reaches and then takes the injured people, but finally it results in loss of life due to heavy traffic. Now let's move on to the existing solution. This solution is particularly a system which is very vague and it's prevailing in the society. That is, once the accident occurs, there are many people that gather around the accident, and one out of many taken the courage to call in the ambulance. Even after the ambulance comes and takes in the injured people, there are high chances of the ambulance itself getting stuck in traffic, which finally results to the loss of life. Now that we have seen what the problem is and what the problem is with the existing solution, now let's go on to the proposed system, which is ACCIOUR. ACCIOUR is a combination of two words, that is accident and savior. It acts as a life savior system after the accident has occurred. This diagram shows the brief details about the ACCIOUR system. That is, first the accident occurs and then the location of the accident is sent to the main server. Once the main server gets the location, it searches for an ambulance and sends the ambulance to the accident area. The ambulance takes the patient and reaches the hospital. On the way to the hospital, a report is sent to the hospital even before the patient himself arrives, so that the hospital and the doctors know about the condition of the patient and they can do the proper arrangements for it. This ACCIOUR system is made up of 5 units. The first unit is the accident detection module. The second unit is the vehicular unit. It also includes finding the ambulance with the help of the main server. The third unit is the RFID technology, which is used for traffic control. The fourth unit is the ambulance unit, and the fifth one is sending the report of the patient to the hospital. Now let's get deeper into each module. The first module is the accident detection module. This is kind of the most vital part, which determines if the accident is a severe one or just a minor accident. So a switch is provided within each vehicle, which can be switched off if it is a minor accident. If the switch is not switched off within 60 seconds, then the location of the accident is sent to the main server and the further steps are carried on. The second part is the vehicular unit. In the vehicular unit, the whole diagram that you see, the whole thing is implemented within each vehicle. We have the Arduino board, and then we have the switch on and off button, which is used by the accident detection module. Here, the tilt module and accelerometer is used to detect the accidents. They calculate the number of vibrations and decide if the accident has actually occurred or no. And then we have the GPS module, which is used to send the location of the accident to the main server in order to find the ambulance. Finally, we have the GSM module, which is used to send the SMS of the location of the accident to the family member. The third part is the RFID technology. This part is used in order to control the traffic during the moment of ambulance. So within each ambulance, there's an RFID transmitter that has been set up, and within the traffic signals, we have an RFID reader. So when an ambulance arrives closer to the signal, it transmits the signals, and this is read by the RFID reader. And once it reads, it turns its signal green, which allows the ambulance to peacefully move without getting stuck in the traffic. Further, going to the fourth and the fifth part of system, both these units are implemented within the ambulance. So we have the heart pulse sensor, which calculates the heart rate of the patient, and we have the thermistor, which is used in order to calculate the temperature of the patient. And these two things are sent in as a report to the hospital using the GSM module. This is done so that the hospital and the doctors are well aware about the injured person, and they can do proper arrangements even before the patient himself arrives. So that was the complete ACCIOUR system. Now let's see the summary of the ACCIOUR system. So it's a bright sunny day and we see that the vehicles are moving and suddenly accident occurs. Once the accident occurs, the GPS module sends the location to the main server. The main server searches its database and finds an ambulance and sends this ambulance to the accident area. Once the ambulance reaches, it takes in the patient and goes to the hospital. Further in scene 2, it describes about the RFID technology. Once the ambulance arrives, it transmits signals, and this signal is recognized by the RFID reader, which is present in the traffic signal. Once it reads the signal, it turns the signal to green and the other signals to red. After this, the ambulance peacefully moves without getting caught in the traffic. The last scene is where the patient's report is sent to the hospital even before the patient himself arrives to the hospital, so that the hospital members can do all the required arrangements. Now let's move on to the conclusion part. That is, we just saw that ACCIOUR system acts as a life-savior system, and it improves the percentage of saving one's life even after a tragic accident. It's because all that matters at the end of the day is just to be alive for ourselves and for our loved ones. Now moving on to the last part of this presentation, that is the references. These 3 IEEE papers meant a great deal of help in order to finish my research work. And my research work is published in the journal named International Journal of Recent Technology and Engineering. This is the certificate of the same. And here is the paper that is published. It's also indexed within Scopus. This is the paper link of the published paper. Here I would like to take the opportunity to thank my guide, Srinivasachar sir, for always being kind and supportive. Finally, I would like to thank all my friends for patiently hearing to me about all the ideas and encouraging me throughout this research work. And a big thank you to all of you who watched this video. That's all for the presentation. Thank you.